There's something beautiful about love when it's quiet, when it doesn't shout to the world, but whispers to the soul. But sometimes, even the quietest love grows too loud to hide. This is a story about the moments that led me to the point where I could no longer keep her heart a secret, no longer keep her love wrapped in silence away from the world. It's a story of how, over time, I realized that the one thing I had been holding back was the one thing I needed to share the most: her heart. I used to think love had to stay between two people, kept in a private world, away from prying eyes. The idea of exposing our love, sharing it so openly, felt like an invasion of our intimacy. And maybe that's how it was at first. Quiet, personal, a treasure we only showed each other. But there's something that happens when love grows deeper. It begins to take up more space. It fills you in a way you didn't expect. And when that happens, you can't just keep it to yourself anymore. It bursts out of you. And you find yourself wanting to tell the world about the person who makes your life whole. She was the quiet kind of person, the one who didn't demand attention. She didn't ask for the world to see her. Her beauty wasn't loud, but it was undeniable. Her kindness wasn't obvious, but it changed the way people felt. She was like the calm in a storm, a peaceful presence that grounded everything around her. And for the longest time, I kept that to myself. I kept her love locked in my heart because I wasn't sure if the world was ready for it. If I was ready for it. But something changed. Something inside me clicked, and I realized that I couldn't keep hiding her heart. It wasn't just about me anymore. It was about us. And we deserved to be seen. We deserved to be known, even in the most vulnerable parts of our love. It started slowly. At first, I just wanted to say something, to let her know how much she meant to me. But the words never felt enough. No matter how many times I told her that I loved her, no matter how many little gestures I made to show her, I knew that what I felt for her was bigger than just a few words could ever express. So I started to show her in other ways, through the little things, the quiet moments. And she saw me too. She saw past the surface, past the little acts of love that felt small, but meant everything. She understood the depth of what I was trying to say, and in doing so, she pulled me closer. As the days passed, I started to feel a shift inside me. I couldn't keep looking at her and pretending that I didn't want to shout from the rooftops about how amazing she was. I couldn't keep pretending that I didn't want to tell everyone who meant something to me that this woman, this incredible soul, was the one who made me feel like I had finally found home. I wasn't ready to make it official at first. It felt like a big step, a step that would change everything. But then I realized that love isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about deciding, choosing, and trusting that everything will fall into place once you open your heart. And so I decided that it was time. Time to stop hiding her heart, time to stop keeping her love in the shadows. There was a moment that sealed it for me. It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't a grand gesture. It was just us, sitting on the couch, with nothing but the sound of our breathing and the soft rhythm of the world outside. She was reading something on her phone, completely unaware of the thoughts running through my mind. In that moment, I realized I had been holding her love back from the world, from the people who would see us, who would witness what we had. I couldn't keep doing that, not anymore. I pulled out my phone, my hands a little shaky, my heart racing. I wasn't sure what I was going to say, but I knew that I needed to say something real, something honest. I hit record, and for the first time I didn't try to control my words. I just spoke from my heart. "This is my future wife," I said, my voice soft but steady. "She doesn't know this, but she's the one. She's the one who makes me feel like I'm enough. She's the one who has this quiet strength, this love that doesn't demand anything but gives everything. She's the one who has seen me at my worst and still believes in me, even when I don't believe in myself. This is her, the woman who will forever be mine." I didn't expect anything to change immediately. I didn't think it would be some big moment that would shift everything. But after I posted the video, after I shared those few simple words, I felt something. It wasn't dramatic, but it was there. A quiet shift. She hadn't seen the video yet, Not when I first posted it. I didn't tell her about it. I didn't need to. I didn't need her approval, and I didn't need anyone else's either. I just needed to say what I felt, to finally let the world know that the woman I loved, the woman I would marry, was no longer a secret. It wasn't long before I got a message from her, a simple one. She had seen the video, and she didn't say much. She just looked at me differently, her eyes softer, like she understood something I had been trying to say without words. She smiled at me in a way that said it all, and for the first time I felt like we were truly in this together, not just as two people in love, but as a team. And then, of course, came the unexpected moments, the ones I wasn't ready for, but that changed everything. Her family, the ones who had never really understood us, the ones who had kept their distance, suddenly saw me differently. They saw me in a way that I hadn't expected, but in a way that felt real and raw and honest. It wasn't just about the video anymore. It wasn't just about me telling the world that I loved her. It was about her family seeing us for who we truly were, seeing our love in the quiet way it had always been. And when her father looked at me with new eyes when he said, "I see now that you're serious," I knew that I had done the right thing. It wasn't just about proving myself. It was about showing them that this wasn't some fleeting thing. This was real, and it wasn't going away. That's when everything shifted, not just in our relationship, but in the way we saw the world. Love wasn't something to be hidden. It wasn't something to be kept in the shadows. It was something that deserved to be shared, something that deserved to be celebrated. And when I looked at her, when I held her hand and saw the way she looked at me, I knew that I was finally seeing her for who she truly was. The woman who would forever be mine, and the love that would never again be hidden. And so here we are. Not perfect, not flawless, but real. With no more secrets, no more hiding, just a love that feels strong enough to stand in the light. It's not about big gestures or grand declarations. It's about the quiet moments, the ones that happen when no one's looking, the ones that make the heart feel full, like nothing in the world could ever compare. She's my future wife, and I'm done keeping her heart a secret. As the days continued to unfold, I realized that our love, though deeply private for so long, had found its place in the open. And in that space I found something beautiful, something I hadn't expected. When love moves from the quiet shadows to the warmth of the sunlight, it doesn't lose its depth or its magic. Instead, it grows, it breathes, it becomes something more than what it was before. In the beginning I was afraid of what others might think, of how the world might perceive us. I worried that by sharing this piece of us, I would somehow make it less special, less pure. But then I saw how wrong I was, because love, real love, isn't something that diminishes when shared. It expands. It becomes something even greater. It spreads, touching hearts, bringing people together. And as I shared her heart with the world, I saw the way it touched others. Not in loud, showy ways, but in quiet, beautiful moments. People saw the truth in it. They saw the strength in our love, the tenderness, the honesty. I never imagined how much my heart could grow, how much love could transform the way I looked at everything. Before, I had always kept things close. I thought love was something to be protected, something too fragile to be shared. But I learned, slowly, that love isn't fragile at all. It's the strongest thing we have. It's the force that moves mountains, that heals wounds, that binds people together even in the darkest times. When I looked into her eyes, I saw everything I had ever needed. I saw the woman who had always been by my side, even when I couldn't see her fully. I saw the person who had patiently waited for me to realize what was right in front of me. I saw a strength in her that took my breath away, a quiet power that made me feel like I could be better, do better, simply because she believed in me. And I understood then that hiding our love was never the answer. It wasn't about the world, it was about us. But it was also about the world knowing that love like ours exists, quiet, unspoken, steady, and real. We often talk about the grand gestures of love, the flowers, the declarations, the gifts. But I've learned that the truest form of love isn't found in the big moments. It's found in the small, everyday things. The way she smiles when she sees me after a long day. The way she holds my hand without needing to say anything. The way she listens when I need someone to hear me, even when my words don't come easy. These are the things that matter most. These are the moments that make love a living thing, breathing and growing with every passing second. And it wasn't just her that I had to learn to love more openly. It was me too.